Hi, this is Debendra. Currently, I was doing Masters in Enterprise System and Business Analytics in Federation University. And for this master project, I was assigned as a role of Scrum Master. And as a Scrum Master, basically, my task is all about organize the meetings among the team member. That's how we segregate. That's how we talk with our group, and I organize meetings with my team members to carry out every task on time for this Rockwood product project for the project of our final semester. First of all, I would like to give a brief introduction about our project. This project is a software system developed as an e-commerce application, primarily for the mobile application. The system gives its users the ability to find the cheapest consumable products and make the system admin negotiate the prices of this product with the product vendors. In this project, in this Rockwood product project, we submit different tasks in different weeks. First, we submit our project storyboard and then product roadmap, and we divide three sprints: sprint one, sprint two, and sprint three, and we submit everything on time. First of all, I'd like to talk about our project storyboard. Here, we, you know, develop different sort of user stories. Like we make 58 user stories and acceptance criteria accordingly, and then we submit a product roadmap basically in third week, and then basically our developing phase is started from the in sprint one. The main theme of this sprint was to develop an Android mobile application for an online e-commerce platform with web-based admin panel in which customer can access the product through the mobile app, and the vendor can update their products through the admin panel. Sprint one was mainly focused on authentication of the software application and listing process of the products in mobile application. So basically, it's all about authentication. The primary limitation of this sprint was that it was not focused customer based requirements of product order and canceling. Although the sprint performed the task of enabling the system to fetch the product data for the customers, the order process and cancel functions were not tested in sprint one. This limitation was, however, overcome later on in third sprint. My contribution for the sprint one were as follows. I identify the attributes for user registration and login information and create a user table to store user information. And I work on user authentication process to the credential from the login page, allowing authorized users to access the dashboard. And I also work on modifying the super admin dashboard template in suitable manner for vendor using Laravel permissions for adding user, products, vendors, and transaction options. Likewise, for Sprint 2, the main theme of Sprint 2 was to develop the e-commerce application, as I have already mentioned, in an Android platform. Now, the application for e-commerce business requires an integration of the database with the application. Sprint 2 discusses the integration of database with the application and development of user interface on the application. Here, the main theme is to make the registration available for the customers and vendors. This will allow the users or the customers to browse through the products that they require to buy, and vendor can also upload the products that they require to sell in the e-commerce application. And basically this sprint was also focused on the design of the system and integrating the e-commerce platform or e-commerce application with the mobile platform. Furthermore, this sprint also had the same problem as the sprint one, where the customer requirement of order process and canceling were not taken into account. In addition to this, another major limitation of the sprint 2 was that the database integration aspect of the software was not tackled properly. Although the design layout of the system was performed on super admin and customers, and the product integration with the admin profile was done successfully, the addition and deletion of the customer data and product data on the database aspects were left out. And moreover, the functionalities of the system that integrates the database with the software application were not tested in Sprint 2. This the massive limitation of this Sprint 2 was overcome when the database integration, functionalities, and query related issues were tested in Sprint 3, and any other problems encountered were recorded and solved through the various iteration of tasks performed in the third sprint. And I would like to talk about my contribution about sprint 2. Here I created the link between the update of the data in the customer profile with the profile view in the super admin dashboard. Here I also created the design layout of the product description after its inflow and outflow from Rockwood application of basic consumer goods. And then I created a link that relates to the update of the transaction of a customer to the super admin. I also helped by making a layout of the design for the customer profile that allows the admin to analyze the information of the customer to grow the business in the future. And another thing that I contributed was I created a layout of a design for the product description so that the inflow and outflow from the Rockwood application of basic consumer goods can be known by the admin. Similarly, I create the link of the login page with the application database for the verification of the customer email and password. And last but not least for Sprint 2, I also created the sourcing facility for using the tagline and hints for advanced searching, mainly in Sprint 2. To talk about Sprint 3, it is the last sprint during the Rockwood software project development using Agile methodology. It is natural that this sprint covered some of the limitations that were faced in the previous sprints, basically in Sprint 1 and Sprint 2. We encountered more problems in Sprint 2. So it was basically covered in Sprint 3. And the Sprint 3 of the project involves the deployment and testing process of the system. All the system is developed using the Agile methodology. The testing process will involve all of the team members, uh, Sagar, Sahista, Sansara, and me, myself, Devendra Bhatta. Furthermore, being an iterative project development methodology, Agile testing process is done incrementally and iteratively along the coding process so as to generate system with good quality for the client, so he will be satisfied with the product, as satisfaction of the client is the milestone. During the testing of the system, the customer requirements and feedbacks will be taken after each iteration, which will then become the criteria for the next iteration. During this sprint, four user stories were taken from the product backlog that focus mostly on the customer requirements. However, user stories involving the system administrators were also taken so as to test the system functionalities. The aim of the sprint has been to carry out the unit testing involving the specific piece of function of the system, as well as the integration testing that involves the different system components. The theme of the sprint is to test the system functionalities so as to meet the customer requirement. As I have already mentioned, customer requirement is the milestone for this project. In this sprint, the team members shall assume the role of different actors of the system, such as customers and administrator, to identify any gaps, loopholes, and issues, and develop a report to outline the test results basically in sprint 3. So I would like to talk about my contribution in sprint 3. I create another customer account and perform the usual tasks of placing the order and canceling the order. And then if the task is done, then I validate the working functionalities of the system. If the system shows error, then my role is to identify the error and record them in sprint 3. And these sort of tasks were repeated in an iterative approach, in an iterative loop, again and again, until the systems properly works and there does not exist any program coding or other problems. So that's how I work in sprint 3. So altogether, throughout the project, as a scrum master, I have a different responsibility to organize meetings among the team member in timely manner, and I follow up with supervisor and clients every week. So I believe our project went well. Beside this, for project write-up, uh, I contribute my role as much as I can to finish it on time. So hopefully all the customer requirement uh, has been fulfilled. So that's how I worked throughout my project. Thank you so much.